What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Happy New Year to everybody out there. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Happy New Year, man. Make sure y'all tap into the live. I'm on vacation, but I said I'll still going live here and there when something pops up. But we definitely on vacation. We're gonna be back next week. But I said that's not gonna stop me from talking about things if they pop up and I think it's interesting. So we got to talk about LeBron James, man. This dude, bro. Chicago in the building. What up? He said Charles is chasing that mosquito. I know his punk ass will probably pop up in a few minutes. Chicago, Boston. What up? Happy New Year out there to you guys from Atlanta to Atlanta. Finland, Rochester, New York, San Antonio was good. Detroit, Belize, Philippines out there was good. Nigeria, what up? Nashville, what up? Guyana, what up? He said, why the headline? I don't know. What you mean, why the headline? What you mean, why the headline? You saw what I wrote up in there. Cashville, what up? Bronx, New York, what up? Vatican City. Who else we got? Boogie Down. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Let's give it 30 more seconds and we're gonna get this thing rolling, man. Hello, Kim from Davenport, Florida. Shout out to you out there in Florida. Indianapolis, DMV, Delaware. 10 more seconds. We about to get this thing going. Barbados, Antigua, what up? Happy New Year to you from Nashville. Shout out to Nashville, man. All right. Shout out to Brooklyn and everywhere else. All right. So let's get into it. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody. And for the new people that just came in, so we're off right now. We're off. We're going to be back next week. That's why y'all are not seeing videos on the channel. But I will be going live here and there. If something pops up, I'll definitely go live and talk about it. So anyway, this story was sent to me yesterday. Right? Mitch sent me this story. Was it yesterday? When did he send me this story? Yes, it was yesterday. So he sends me a story, excuse me, about LeBron James accused of working on his golf swing during the national anthem. And I said to myself, wait, why would LeBron be working on his golf swing during the national? I was confused, right? Now, as you guys know, LeBron has expressed his what do you call it? His interest in playing golf, right? He likes to play golf. It's something that interests him. He played it all this summer. There's even a picture he posted on his Instagram with himself playing golf in the rain and all that. So he likes golf, right? So anyway, I went to go look for this video because I'm like, what did LeBron do? So I found the video and I'm gonna show it to y'all. And this video is picking up a lot of steam and a lot of people are talking about it. And I want to show it to you guys because it has some people pissed off. So let me show you the video here. So this is LeBron James. Let me show you the video. So it's LeBron goes viral for practicing his golf swing during national anthem. There you see him there. They're singing the national anthem, and LeBron is swinging, what do you call it? He's swinging the golf, acting like he's swinging golf. Again, you see it here. Then he's doing this again here. Then you see that there, right? And everybody started reacting to it. Then, apparently, Craig Carton, who is not a fan of LeBron James, he decided to react to it. And he went off on LeBron. And I want to play the sound from him on Twitter. So let me just play what Craig had to say because he was pretty fired up about it.
Disregard your coach and disregard your teammates. And
Hold on.
if you want to disregard your coach and disregard your teammates and be a 11+1 type of guy, do it on your own time. Don't do it during my national anthem. Because a couple days ago, Lakers basketball, national anthem. I think we have the video to show you.
We have it.
He disrespects the national anthem. And while the anthem's being played here, guys, your guy, the self-appointed king, decides that's a good time for me to work on my golf swing. and disrespect the men and women of the military who gave their lives for this country. Let me get a couple air swings in while the anthem is being played, because I don't play good basketball anymore. I got to work on my golf game.
Yeah, this feels now like an attack. This feels like an attack on poor LeBron.
Okay, so y'all saw the video. Okay, what are my thoughts about this? First of all, when I heard this story, I said to myself, I said, how does LeBron always find himself in these kind of like messy situations? There was a quote that just went viral from him where he said, they love you, but they hate you two times as much or 3 times as much. They want you to fail and all this and all of that, right? And as I'm reading those quotes, I'm saying to myself, a lot of the things that people dislike about this guy, it's all like the majority of it is self-inflicted. The vast majority of the people that dislike him are due to things that he himself either says or does. When you say I'm the greatest player of all time, that's going to annoy some people, right? Some people are not going to be a fan of you if you say that. Then you have the China comments. Yeah. So you have the leaving Cleveland and the decision and all of these things, right? And I'm like, it's always self-inflicted. Regarding what he did here, I had to sit back and ask myself, I said, is it disrespectful to gesture like you're working on your golf swing during the national anthem? I sat back and I thought about it. I said, first of all, generally in that moment, everyone is meant to be serious. Okay, you're meant to be serious. They're singing the national anthem. At that time, people are, they usually have their head bowed, and it's a ceremony everybody does. So to me, I thought it was disrespectful, but it's like I was more saying to myself, you're going to be filmed, you're photographed. Why would you do this? Because the backlash is going to be exactly what it is. Okay, man, you left the comment 7 times. I'm gonna block you. Stop. I read one comment is enough. I'm gonna block you. Nah, I gotta block you. I'm gonna read your comment and I'm gonna block you because you're acting like a jackass. So he said, you didn't need to say this 20 times. He said LeBron James did nothing wrong. He didn't do something wrong as like he broke a law or it was a crime or anything like that. No, but I mean, when they're singing the national anthem, generally you want to show your respect in that moment. Not to say that I'm a nationalist or anything like that, no. But I mean, damn, there's certain times where it's like, okay, even if you don't want to do something, at least follow the decorum. I thought that was strange, right? And when I saw that, I couldn't help but think about other NBA players, and I'm like, what other popular NBA players do we know of that have done something like this or have been caught doing something? I can't really think of anybody. I don't know anything about Magic Johnson. I don't know anything about Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan. Usually players just have their head bowed at that moment. So I mean, Kobe was very big on representing the United States when he went to go play in the Olympics. And I don't remember seeing Kobe Bryant do something like that. So for LeBron to do that, it just pretty much says that, LeBron moves at his own pace, man. The guy he's at his own pace. He just does you can't make it up. He said, white people, y'all from Europe, not America. Bro said, my national anthem. Get out of here. Okay, I don't know the context of what he's talking about there. I'm going to play it again for the new people who just came in. This guy makes every moment look at me moment. Bron is a grown child. Can we stop doing double negatives? And if we don't respect the flag of the country you live in, try doing it somewhere else. This is not political. He is definitely a narcissist. I'm just reading through some of your comments, and I'll go through what was shown here. Another guy said 50 Cent said Bron is next on the Diddy I think that's a fake post. I don't think that's true. He was the flag bearer for Team USA. Yeah, exactly. LeBron was the flag bearer. So it's confounding. He was the flag bearer at the last Olympics, the Paris Olympics. So it's confounding. But the thing is this, you know you're going to be photographed or recorded. So why do it in the first place to now bring all of this criticism towards you, towards yourself? Let me show you guys the video again for the people that didn't see the video. Bro, man, 1 second. Let me see if I can send the video here. Okay, I'm just so sick of this damn app. All right, so let me show y'all the video. So this is the video here. Okay, they have sound. All right. I just don't know why you would do this. I don't know why you would do. I don't know why you would do this and not expect for there to be pushback. I just don't know why you would do that. It's almost like as if you're looking for a fight. I don't know. I really don't know. So let me ask the audience, what do y'all think about this? Let me put up a poll and let me ask you guys if okay, was this disrespectful? Let me just write it down. Was this disrespectful to the flag? Let me see what the audience has to say. All right, so leave a vote here. Let's try to get 100 votes on this. Let me get 100 votes. Let me see what you guys think. I don't want to just speak about for myself. Let me hear what you guys have to think about. What you guys have to say about this. Let me hear. So we got 57 votes. It went from 57 to 69. I don't know how. I mean to 53. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, let's get a few votes in here. Let me see what people think. So 83 votes. Let's try to get 100 votes. I want to get a good sense of what you guys think. The vast majority of y'all seem to be saying yes. All right, we got 102 votes. So the majority of y'all are saying that was disrespectful. One of our viewers said if it's the Chinese national anthem, Lamau James would stand, respect that anthem. Appreciate. Oh, okay, I think I got the joke that you're saying there. So yeah, so most people feel like this is disrespectful, right? And in the United States, I think what happens is Americans tend to take for granted a lot of the freedoms that they have. And obviously you have the right to, freedom of speech and all of that. And I think Americans take it for granted because in other parts of the world, that would be a huge deal, right? That would be a huge deal. And I guess is what makes America the country that it is, the great country that it is. But I think that sometimes people don't realize just how good they have it. Because if you go to another country and you try to pull this off, man, it ain't gonna end the way you think it's gonna end. Somebody said not worth reporting. Oh, absolutely it is. It's something I want to talk about. Now I want to talk about something else. While are we on here? Okay, I want to talk about something else. As you guys know, and I'll get back to this in a minute. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me play the video again for the people that didn't see it, in case people didn't see it. So for the new people coming into the live, this is the video here. They got everybody talking. Yo, this is wild disrespectful, bro. Like, this is so disrespectful. And I think LeBron knows what he's doing, but I think he knows what he's doing, bro. And, like, if you're going to do something like this, you might as well just turn to the person standing next to you and have a full-blown conversation. Just start talking. Like, matter of fact, you could have just had your phone in your hand and just be going through your phone at that point. That is disrespectful, bro. And I'm not a nationalist in any kind of way. I went to college with a guy that was a nationalist, and oh my God, it was annoying, right? So I'm not that guy. Any little thing you say about Italy, because he was Italian, he would start. He'd be ready to fight you. He would literally be ready to fight you anything, any small criticism you make about Italy in front of that guy, Davide, he would fight. He would be ready to fight you. And one day he got so pissed. I swear to y'all, he got so pissed. He goes, "This is Italy." I said, "Jesus, bro, is it that?" That's how he said it. "This is Italy." And we were just talking about something light. So I am in no way, shape, or form like that. But that was disrespectful. Right? You didn't need to do this in such a public way. Right? You didn't need to do this in such a public fashion. And this is one of the reasons why some people ask, why is LeBron so hated? This is amongst one of many reasons why people don't like him. It's just stuff like this, man. It's just stuff like that. That's just he said, this is Sparta. It sounded just like that. That's exactly how he said it. He said, "This is Italy." I said, wow. I said, okay. Let me read a few more comments. He said, "I'm a veteran. Total disrespect. Fine him." Well, I don't know if they can fine him. I don't know if the NBA has that type of, I don't know if they have precedent for that. I think if they were to fine him for that, it would create like a huge firestorm. Right? It would create a huge fire because it's not written down anywhere that you have to put your hand on the chest. It's not written down anywhere. It's not like as if it's a law. It's not a law. So LeBron could turn around and say, well, where is it written in the law that I have to do that? He can turn around and say, if I want to swing a golf swing while the national anthem is being sang, I can do that. There is no law, right? But we all just kind of agree amongst ourselves that we generally are going to show respect in a moment like that. It's not like it's written down somewhere where you have to do that. It's just kind of like socially accepted that in that moment you wouldn't do that. Right? Now, to me, I just think that he probably didn't care, or maybe it just slipped his mind, but it was disrespectful, especially in a public forum where people could see you, but it's definitely not going to change his mind. He said, LeBron doesn't even respect the game of basketball. I'm not surprised he disrespects the flag. He thinks he's above everybody, narcissistic tendency. So, yeah, that's who he is, right? That's who he is. No one really knows. I mean, I don't really know what LeBron's political allegiances are, really. I mean, during some election cycles, you'll see him endorse some. I think the last time I saw LeBron endorse a candidate, I think, was Hillary Clinton, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Back in 2000 and what was that? 2000 and when did Hillary run? Wasn't it 2000 and I think it was 2016, I believe she ran. I think that's when she ran, right? I think that was the last person that, 2016. That was the last time I saw him endorse a political figure. Since then, I don't remember him endorsing Joe Biden. I know he's not fond of the president, but you can't. The thing is this: you can't use this moment like this right here and say, I'm going to do this because I don't like the president or Donald Trump. Do you know why? Because, one second, guys. The reason you can't do that is because the national anthem is not a Donald Trump or Joe Biden or George Bush or Barack Obama thing. It's a national anthem for the country, regardless of who's in power. That's what I'm saying. So you protesting it and say, okay, I don't like Trump. It's not about Trump because the national anthem was here before him and it's going to be here after him and whoever else. So it's about your country. It's not about, I'm using it as a way to, you're not getting at the person in office by doing that, in my personal view. That's just my personal view. Because it's apart from that. Regardless of who's in office, you're still a citizen of that country. That's what I'm saying. Not that, that's just how I say it. I could be wrong. Obviously, people may agree or disagree with me, which is fine. I'm just giving you guys my take on it. Another viewer said, this is Maury said, as a veteran, it is extremely disrespectful as an ambassador for the NBA. He has no excuse. It is like he is bringing focus on himself. He endorsed Kamala. Okay, I wasn't aware. I don't know who he endorsed in the last presidential campaign. Anyway, appreciate the super chat and appreciate the comment. Somebody said, "Dreamers Pro, you are a clown for real. This is a non-story." So I'm a clown for talking about it, or I'm a clown for like I'm confused. I'm reporting. So the person that did it is not a clown. The person that talks about it is a clown. LeBron fans, y'all got y'all priorities warped. I am reporting what happened. So you know what that lets me know? It lets me know that you believe that there's something wrong with this. You believe so. Because if you thought it was a non-story, you would not have gone out of your way to even leave that comment. You know that, this may put my guy in a negative light, so therefore, let me just say, you know that. You know that. Somebody said there's nothing biblical about the national anthem. Another guy said LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and some other NBA players went to the White House to play basketball with Obama in 2013. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. I don't know if that's true or not. I wasn't really following politics that closely. He said, "Hey, Charles, what do you think about Kawhi's recent performance?" Yeah, it's pretty insane, man. Kawhi Leonard, I've been watching him Clippers 1-6 in a row. I've never seen Kawhi this aggressive offensively, and he's averaging career highs in points per game, almost 28 points per game. So I'm very surprised at that, but I'm quietly watching him to see if they're going to sustain us. I think the Clippers are going to make it into the play-in and then try to fight their way out of there. Let me appreciate the comment. Somebody else said, people need to stop treating this man like he is greater than Jesus. And people nowadays are taught to hate. Yeah. And people nowadays are taught to hate our country while talking about their rights they get from our country. It makes no sense. Appreciate the comment there. Well, if you see, LeBron is an interesting guy. If you look at him as a political figure, and I'm gonna tell you why. There's a lot of like incongruities in the things that he talks about. I'll give you an example. Number one, LeBron says or likes to kind of fashion himself as, I wouldn't say an activist, but something similar to like an activist, right? Fighting for the rights of those who are underrepresented, building the Make-A-Wish school, I believe it was. So you would believe that, he was for the greater good of people. But then what hurt him was the Daryl Morey situation that went down in China. That's what hurt him, right? Because some people are like, well, wait a minute. If you're a virtuous person, you see what's going on in China, and Daryl Morey says something like that, and you immediately reprimand him for making those comments because Nike has close ties to China, then you lose a lot of credibility, right? And it makes it seem as if you take stances that are easy to take where there is no real downside. But now when you're talking about my bottom line, that's where and that's not me, by the way, right? That's not me. That's his. That's where some people found that's where people, I think, kind of call him out. But again, that's of his own doing, because the comments that Daryl Morey made, LeBron didn't have to comment on it. He didn't. No one forced him to go out there and put out a statement. The same thing with Kyrie Irving. When Kyrie Irving got into that mess with the post that he put on social media for that movie, and everybody was going after Kyrie Irving, even Joe Tsai, the governor of the Brooklyn Nets. Well, LeBron decided to jump out of the window and started to chastise Kyrie for, you got to be careful with the things that you say. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, number one, what did Kyrie Irving say? But number two, who prompted you to say this? So it seems like as if you're picking and choosing when you want to be an activist or give some political commentary. But when there are other parts where it exposes an hypocrisy, you just remain silent. So somebody said he was asked, well, he didn't have to comment on it just because they asked you a question. If I ask you how much money is in your bank account, you don't have to answer me. Just because they ask you, that doesn't mean you have to answer. You say, like, look, man, that's a very touchy situation. And I don't want to discuss that right now. I wish the best for Kyrie Irving. Simple as that. Simple as that. But in the case of Daryl Morey, he just went off. So he put himself in that situation. But back to this right here. I believe that this is disrespectful. And it ain't a Republican Democrat thing. Like, let me just state that clearly. I just think it's disrespectful. Right? I just think it's disrespectful. Now, I get it, man. Some people are, disgruntled, has grievances with their country, right? You wouldn't be the first one. Almost every country you go to in the world, you'll find people there complaining about that country. I get that. But I think people also need to realize that in certain extents, you do have it good compared to other parts of the world. In certain aspects, you do, right? In certain aspects. And, if LeBron doesn't like the States, man, as much as you want to do all of this, he ain't leaving. As much of the stuff that all these people, they're not going to leave. They're not leaving America. They're not leaving America, man. All of these people that are saying this stuff, is very few people that you see that will get so frustrated and they'll say they're packing their bags and they're leaving the United States. Very few people. Very, 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 very few people are willing to take that step. I know George Clooney and his wife just became citizens of France. They did that. But most people are not just going to get up and leave. Most people are not. Most people are going to complain and fight, and then they're going to stay. They're going to stay. He says he is not a tether like you. Oh, here come the black magas. Here they come. The disciples of Tariq Nasheed. Here they come. The people that do absolutely nothing except go online and call people that's their whole work. That's their whole project. That's their whole work. That's all they do. From all of 2025, ask them, what did we do? All we did was just go online and say that to people. What are you going to do in 2026? The same. That's their whole manifesto. Here they come. Here they come. So the Tariq Nasheed followers. We're talking about serious issues, and then here you come with your nonsense. He says, you're a tether. Are you even in America? I don't. Do I have to be in America to be an American? I no wonder you're a follower, Tariq Nasheed. You sound pretty stupid. I'm confused. I'm quite confused. So if you're not in America, you're not in America. I'm confused. Okay, you're in America, and so what? You still ain't doing nothing. What did you do in 2025? Nothing. What are you going to do in 2026? Nothing. What the hell is this? More than one. Hold on, let me take a picture of this. I don't know what this is. Can y'all still see me? I'm seeing something kind of strange. Let me just take a picture of that. I don't know what the hell that is. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can still see me and hear me. I don't know what the hell that is. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can still see and hear me. I don't know what's going on. I do not know what's going on. It just said, I don't know what this is. It says, let me show it to y'all. I don't know what this is. Maybe some people that are tech savvy can explain this to me. Maybe can somebody explain this to me in the chat? What does this mean? It says more than one ingestion is using the primary URL. Send one stream to the primary ingesting URL. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? Can somebody tell me what that means? Somebody that's into tech, can you tell me what that means? I don't know what that means. He said lagoons, hackers. What does that mean? I have no idea. I've never seen that message before while live. It means LeBron is mad. He said clutch. It means someone is tethering off of you. I have no idea. He says, Rich Paul, don't click it. You're using multiple links for the live stream. Is that what it means? I don't believe so. I'm just on one live stream here. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, man, I'm not rocking with LeBron for that, man. But that's a typical LeBron James move. No one is surprised by that. I only have one link. I haven't opened up another link, so it's just me. I don't know where that came from. He said, he said, what? Don't disrespect Tariq Nasheed. Man, fuck Tariq Nasheed. Who is he? You acting like as if he's some type of foreign dignitary or he's like a president. Who is he? Like, I'm confused. He's just a dude online. I'm confused. Who is he? Is he a minister? Is he a senator? Is he a CEO of a bank? Is he a governor? Like, is he a state representative? Who is he? Who is he for me to be respecting him? Fuck him. And what's going to happen? Nothing. Who is he? Don't disrespect. I got like, come on, like, who is he? He's just a dude online talking. And you got his black magas in the background. A bunch of keyboard warriors. Another guy said, which Paul wearing a hoodie with green matrix letters in the background? What else we said? He said, but bro, I don't know what this tether thing is. I don't care what it is, bro. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what that is, man. I don't know. I don't care to know what that is. We're in 2026. I asked you, what did you do in 2025? Apart from go online and call people this word all of 2025, what are you going to do in 2026? The same thing. Please, like, don't waste my time with this, man. We're talking about serious issues and you're going to bring up Tariq Nasheed. We're talking about serious issues and you bring up Tariq Nasheed. Come on, man. Another guy said, he said, don't disrespect the guy that has done more for the black community. All right, whatever, man. Let him do what he's doing for the black community. Whatever. Anyway, guys, so that was the post. Regarding the Lakers game tonight, I want to talk about that since y'all are here. Lakers are going to be playing against the Grizzlies. Who do y'all think winning that game? 2 weeks ago, I'd have said the Lakers will win this game. Who do y'all think is going to win this game tonight between the Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies? Who y'all got? I'm not sure anymore. Now, I don't have much confidence in the Grizzlies. I'm going to go with the Lakers because I don't have enough confidence because I'm watching them a lot, but I'm going to go with the Lakers. But the Lakers better lose this game, man. The Lakers better not lose because if you look at the NBA standings right now, we are a few losses from falling into the play-in tournament bracket. We are 4 of 6 out of our last 10 games. So this is a victory that we need. You don't want to fall into that whole pot of the Grizzlies, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Phoenix Suns. You don't want to fall that low. So I think the Lakers are going to win this game. He said, I hope they fall to the 12th spot. He said we need to make a trade. For who, though? For who? And beyond the fact for who, the last trade idea I heard was from Bill Simmons talking about trading Jimmy Butler for LeBron James. That could work, but is LeBron going to go to Golden State? Number one. Number two, oh, yes. Now I can talk to you guys. I forgot. I got a lot of stuff to talk to y'all. Give me some minutes. I want to talk to the chat for a minute. So y'all are hearing that Draymond Green said, let me talk to the family right here. Y'all heard that Draymond Green said that Adam Silver needs to find a way to get LeBron into the All-Star game. Because out of all the voters that came back in the first batch, LeBron is at number 9 in terms of vote getters. Number 9. So he's saying Adam Silver needs to engineer LeBron James into the All-Star game. Here are my thoughts about that. How about no? Some people have been talking about what went down with Michael Jordan his last year with the Washington Wizards. How they, no, what happened was Jordan was voted an All-Star. He was voted an All-Star reserve behind Vince Carter. And the whole debate there was, should Jordan be a starter in his last All-Star game? That was the whole debate. But the fans voted him in. They voted him in. In the case of LeBron, he received the 9th most votes. Do you know who else is in the bottom 10 of vote getters? Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard deserves to be in the bottom 10. Do you know why? Because he missed so many games. Now, Kawhi is playing like an all-star now, not even an all-star. Kawhi Leonard's playing like a superstar right now. But Fans didn't vote for you because you weren't there. You didn't put in enough enough work for them to vote for you. So if Kawhi Leonard misses the All-Star game, I have no issues with it. Is he not an All-Star? Of course he is. He's scoring 28 points per game, 50% shooting from the field, 37% shooting from three, 98%, 97%, 96% from the free throw line. But you weren't there. So, no, somebody else got those votes. Too bad. Next year, be there. Draymond sure goes hard in the paint for LeBron, but not so much for Steph. Shout out to Too Raw for TV. Yeah, it's a little weird. No, the issue with LeBron is this. The fans are not voting for him. That's the problem. It's the fans, or rather, his fans that are not voting for him. Guys, LeBron has 150 million followers on Instagram and about 50 million on Twitter. Between those two accounts, he has 200 million followers. 200 million followers. So he has enough fans, and I want to assume at least, 20% of those people are real. At least 20%. So that's about 40 million people are real and not bots. I want to assume at least 20% of them are real. Why don't they vote for him? Now, what does it say about LeBron receiving the 9th most votes? That's unprecedented. That never happened to Kobe Bryant. That never happened to Michael Jordan. The 9th? 9th? For as much LeBron is marketed and all that. And I want to give a shout out to Man Down Sports. Man Down Sports. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Man Down Sports. I was watching a live stream from his last night, and he spoke about this very issue. And I think what has happened is LeBron has overstayed his welcome. That's what I think has happened. He's overstayed his welcome. It went from people being excited to see you to now it's like, yeah, man, it's great to see you, but when are you going home? And that's where we are. Even his fans, they enjoy him, but they've seen him already. They've seen him already. And now you're at the point where the fans are taking you for granted. And he was saying that LeBron better announce his retirement at All-Star Weekend, because he believes it will be worse next year. Shout out to the Real Ghost 100. Shout out to you, fam. He's saying that LeBron might as well announce his retirement at All-Star Weekend. That's what he's saying. But to me, man, it's surprising. And if LeBron is not an All-Star this year, man, that's going to be shocking. And they try to say it happened to Kobe, it happened to Jordan. No, it didn't. Michael Jordan was voted into the All-Star game as a reserve behind Vince Carter. And Vince Carter was playing better and putting up better numbers than a 40-year-old Michael Jordan. So we get that. Vince was just saying out of respect. But in this case, it's pretty crazy stuff. Do you know why? Because of the social media machine that LeBron has behind him, with the Rich Pauls and the Nick Wrights and the Shannon Sharps and the Kendrick Perkins and this podcast and that podcast. You would think that all of this will materialize into real support, and it's not. And it's not. Now, if LeBron leaves the Lakers and he goes to another team next year, it'll bring more excitement, may have a New Jersey, maybe that, but it's somebody said Bron said he has 5 to 7 years left. I don't know how LeBron has 5 to 7 years left. That means if LeBron has 5 to 7 years left, he's going to be playing basketball till he's 48 years old. And if he's still doing the same stuff that he's doing now at 48 years old, no one is going to ask a question, is this guy taking something? Or let me guess, it's because he sleeps for 8-9 hours a day, right? So all of the other old athletes that were extremely athletic that couldn't play to their 40s, let me guess, they didn't get enough sleep. That's the key. Sleep. So they couldn't sleep. Come on, man. Like it's pretty bad stuff, man. It's pretty bad stuff. It's pretty bad stuff. Somebody said Braun can play. Yeah, I heard what he said at an elite level. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that does. It mean going up there and chucking up shots, and I don't know what it means. But personally, I think LeBron has stayed too long, man. I said LeBron should have announced his retirement this year. It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. He would have had the best send-off as a Laker, but he didn't want that. Okay. So now you're going to stay, and now you're going to see. And now we're entering into a world where LeBron is not being voted in as an all-star. Like, that's crazy to me. Now, he wasn't voted in as a rookie, but to not be voted in at this point in your career, that's pretty surprising. He said the rest will protect LeBron. He hasn't been elite since 2018. He takes the Balco to heal at this point. No performance gain. Charles, USA versus the world format is going to be the worst all-star game of all time. I can't wait to see it. I don't know what the hell it's going to be like, but we're going to have to see it. Bro, don't compare B-ball to an effing to B-ball and F-ball. Two totally different sports. He can't surpass Jordan, so it's killing him now. After what happened last year, no surprise, he's ninth. Kobe was voted as a starter, yes. But I think it also helped that Kobe announced that he was going to retire too. That also helped. I don't remember when Kobe announced it. It was definitely, I don't remember when that in that year. Somebody said he's 2-12 in the last 14 playoff games while having a top 5 teammate. Dude is cooked. He said, I'm going for the world versus the USA All-Star. Yeah, yeah, we'll have to see. I still don't understand how that format is going to work. Dominique was more athletic than LeBron, and he had a torn ACL and still produced. Yeah, well, folks, that's the news, man. That's the news. Dreamers Pro, there's no way you this desperate for content, you watching this man during the national. I wasn't watching him through nothing. This is a story that was sent to me, bro. I wasn't watching him do nothing. The story was sent to me, and I'm reacting to it. Somebody said World of Basketball. Somebody at Charles Basketball. What? World of Basketball. Charles, you going to talk about Kawhi, the guy you abandoned? I already spoke about Kawhi. Yeah, he's playing well, man. I'm surprised. I didn't know Kawhi. This is the most aggressive I've seen Kawhi Leonard offensively in his whole career. I'll talk about him. Let him give us something to talk about, more substantial. Let me see Kawhi and these guys get the Clippers to the 9th spot in the West, and then we'll talk about them. For now, right now, the Clippers are still the number 11th seed in the Western Conference. So let's just hold out on the talking about Kawhi for now. He said, why it's true Tom Brady played for fried crab? He said, why it's true Tom Brady played until he was 45. So you can't be serious. You can't be comparing football, a quarterback playing football, to LeBron James. If King goes, your channel will fall. Well, my channel, the channel should have fell already. I mean, but that's what we're waiting for. I mean, we heard this already. The ratings went up when LeBron was gone, so I don't know what to say. Another guy said, I am your uncle and the uncle of your country. All right, okay. Anyway. All right, guys, man. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate you guys for tapping in, and we're going to catch y'all one of these days again. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm out.